So today's video is going to be the Stand with Trans Kids book tag. I really hope that I said that title correctly, but yeah, I'm gonna say what I have been saying in the last couple videos of mine. I'm gonna need to film this very fast because I barely have time to film. Not just because I don't have time in general to film a lot of videos, but also because, once again, I don't have any energy, but also because my pain is really bad today. I actually debated whether or not I was gonna film today, but I already washed my hair and all of that. So yeah, I decided to film anyway. Hopefully it goes well and hopefully I can actually film 2 videos. Also, again, if you notice that my lisp is very bad today, yeah, it just is for some reason. I'm really sorry if that annoys you, but I can't really stop it. So yeah, let's just get into the Stand with Trans Kids book tag. This is obviously like a video for Pride Month, but also just because all of the transphobia that has been going on in the world recently. Like, obviously transphobia is going on like pretty much always, sadly enough, but recently it's been very bad. So yeah, I wanted to make this video to kind of like give you guys some like book recommendations, even though there's not really a lot of books in here. But yeah, I saw this tag and I thought it was perfect to do right now. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it. So the first question is to tag people. Now I tag pretty much like anyone who wants to do this. I don't want to tag specific people. So yeah, anyone who wants to do this tag, I tagged you. So yeah. Then the second question is books that are on my TBR. So books that I haven't read yet that have a trans or non-binary character. So yeah, I'm just gonna hold a few up, just a few, not all of them, because again, I need to film this fast and I don't have a lot of strength today to hold up a lot of books. So yeah, so the first one is The Transition Baby. Now you guys have heard me talk about this book too much already in the last couple of videos, so yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it more. This has trans characters, multiple ones, I believe. So yeah, this is one of them. Then next we have Cemetery Boys. Once again, I've talked about this book too much already recently, and it's kind of like sliding out of the cover. But yeah, I've talked about this too much already. Has a trans character. It seems really interesting. Obviously, still need to read it, so I can't tell you much about it. But it is very popular, so it must be good, I guess. So yeah, I can't wait to read this as well soon. Then the last one that I'm gonna mention is an audiobook, and that is The Witch King. Now this, once again, obviously it has trans or non-binary representation. I don't specifically know with this one, but yeah, I'm really excited to listen to this. I am a bit intimidated by it just because it seems like fantasy-ish, and I don't really read fantasy that well. But yeah, I'm still excited to read it someday. I've been struggling with audiobooks lately, so yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna read this, but hopefully someday. Then the third question is favorite book, movie, or show with a trans or non-binary character. Now, I'm not really a person who watches shows or movies. I do watch shows occasionally, but I usually don't finish them. I don't know why. I especially do this with like shows that I'm really loving, and then I'll just like stop watching them and just never finish them. I think it's because a part of my brain just doesn't want it to end. So yeah, I don't really have any recommendations for like shows or movies. Obviously, like Heartstopper has trans representation in it, but yeah, I haven't really fully watched Heartstopper, which again, I actually really enjoyed the show. Once again, I just can't finish it. A book that I really loved with a trans or non-binary character is Felix Ever After. Now again, I've mentioned this book a lot recently, especially in my videos for like Pride Month. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about this more, but this has a trans main character, which you can also see from the cover, which I really like that about this cover, that it shows like the scars. Like, I don't know if it's visible like on camera, but yeah, I really like that they showed that. I don't think that there's a lot of books out there that have this kind of cover, that have something like that on it. So yeah, I really like this book. It's very good, has a lot of representation, it's very pretty as well. So yeah, I highly recommend it. So I just checked the footage like I always do when I'm filming, and I absolutely hate the way that I look in it, but we're just gonna push through. I'm really sorry that I'm so ugly today. or every day, I guess. But yeah, I'm really struggling with my health lately, so my body is doing some interesting things. My whole body is just like a mess lately, and I'm really struggling with it, so I'm really sorry about that. I'll just finish this video as fast as I can and then film another video, I guess. So yeah, the next question is, everyone has a journey, name a book with a journey. Now this question, as well as every other question on this tag, was much longer, but I don't have the energy to say all of it. So yeah, I'm just gonna name a book with a journey, and for me that is once again Felix Ever After. This has obviously like a trans character, but the main character, who's also trans, is also like figuring out their sexuality. So yeah, this has like a journey of like finding your sexuality and stuff like that. Another book kind of like that I've read recently that I don't think is out yet is Never Been Kissed. This also has a journey of like figuring out your sexuality even though you thought you had already figured it out. Kind of like Felix Ever After. It's obviously something that a lot of people deal with, like thinking you've figured out like who you are and your sexuality and stuff like that, and then you're like, oh, maybe not. So yeah, those are both books that I would recommend, even though I don't think Never Been Kissed has been released yet. So yeah. The next question is, none of us know everything, even about our own identity. Name a book that taught you something. Now, a book that I read recently that taught me something was Genderqueer. Once again, don't know if this is out yet because I got it from NetGalley. But yeah, this taught me a lot of things about like what it's like to be transgender and the medical system especially. I thought that was really interesting. I also learned some stuff about like neopronouns, which I already knew what neopronouns were, but I learned some more stuff about it. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Again, don't know if it's out yet. Another book that also taught me something was Queens of Geek. Now this book specifically taught me that like girls can be autistic, which I know that's like a bit of a switch from like the whole theme of this video, but yeah, I don't even know if there's like a trans or non-binary character in this book, but this is just the first book that I thought of like a book that taught you something, because this book made me realize that like even if you're a girl, you can still be autistic, because you know, because of the way that like media portrays autism. I always thought it was like 5-year-old boys that were autistic and not like someone like me. So yeah, I don't exactly know if this book fits in this tag, because I don't know if every single book had to be like a book with a character that is trans or non-binary, but yeah, I put it in there anyway because this is the first book that I thought of. So yeah. The next question is, when things are hard or difficult, what is something you do to center yourself or to find joy? Now for me that is obviously like reading, but also mainly like watching YouTube, and especially like re-watching videos. I do that a lot. It's probably like the autism, but yeah, I do that a lot, especially with like I'm gonna say something and I feel like people are gonna judge me for it, like Five Nights at Freddy's playthroughs. Even though I'm not really like someone who plays games, I still like watching people play like Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't even like the franchise that much. I just like watching people play it. Don't come after me. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, aren't you a bit old for that? Stop it. Like, one day I will have a plushie of one of those things and I'll proudly display it on my shelf. Probably not though. But yeah, so for me, things that, you know, make me happy as you can be when you're very depressed, is reading and like YouTube. So yeah. The next question is music that makes you feel at home in your own body, which once again, I'm really paraphrasing this question because the actual question is much longer. I just don't have the energy to say the entirety of it. Also, there's an airplane going by. That's really annoying, but I'm gonna continue talking through it even if it's annoying because I don't have time to stop. So yeah, music that makes me feel at home in my body is usually like K-pop music. I was gonna say I'm once again like telling on myself, just like with the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, but not really, because I have a lot of K-pop things in the background, like the Funko Pops and stuff like that. and some of my like albums are in the background. So I don't think it's really a secret, especially if you like look at my Instagram. Anytime that I take like an outfit picture, there's like a gigantic BTS poster in the background of it. So yeah, like I don't really think it's a secret. The only group that I really like is like BTS. Like I don't really stan, like that's the word you use for it. I don't really like stan other groups. I don't know why. I just don't have like the energy for it to learn like everyone's names and what they like and stuff like that. I don't have the energy for it. So it's just BTS and then just like random songs from other groups, and that's it. So yeah. I don't know if y'all like the mini K-pop rant I just gave, but it's my YouTube channel. Even if it's a booktube channel, I'm still gonna talk about what I want. So yeah. Then the next question is, who are some of your mentors? Now, I haven't written anyone down because I couldn't think of anyone. So yeah, next question. The next question is, name some like trans or non-binary YouTubers or authors. Now, I'm not going to name anyone in the video because I'm really bad at names, and especially remembering them right now. So I'm just going to put some up on the screen. Hopefully, there's some names now on the screen. I guess you can pause it or something. But yeah, here they are. Then the last question is, name some organizations that support trans kids or just trans people in general, because obviously that's very needed right now with everything that's going on. Again, transphobia is going on like pretty much all the time, sadly enough. But recently it's been very bad, so I'm just gonna put some on the screen. I'm gonna put some like European ones, so hopefully the European ones are here, and then the like more American ones are here, because I know that like mainly a lot of the transphobia that's currently going on is in America. Like that's what we see in the news, and obviously it's in other countries as well. But yeah, I know that probably some of my viewers are American. I don't know, so I'm just gonna put some American ones as well, even though I don't know if I'm gonna find any because I'm European. But yeah, here they are. So this is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'm sorry for the way that I look. Really struggling with my health at the moment. My body's just not having a good time. You honestly don't want to know what's underneath my mask right now, which usually underneath my mask is not much. Like there's not really anything going on because my skin usually isn't that bad, but my god, my skin has been bad recently on my face. So for once I'm actually glad that I wear a mask on screen. But yeah, I'm really struggling at the moment. My body is struggling, my face is struggling. It's a whole mess. But thank you still for watching until the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, you can do this tag if you want to because I tagged you. Obviously, you don't need to be tagged in order to do this because I wasn't tagged. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And again, sorry for the way that I am recently. But yeah, thank you for watching and bye.